Hi guys, welcome to the Good Life Plan. Tonight we bid farewell to the year that was with an attitude of gratitude. Yes, that's the topic of this evening. अब आप ये पूछोगे कि फिटनेस से फिलॉसफी कैसे, तो वो ऐसे दैट वट एवर प्रतीक एंड आई हैव अचीव्ड, आधा पौना सवा कुछ भी, दैट हैज़ the foundation of that is this philosophy, and that obviously includes the relationship we have with our health. So attitude of gratitude का मतलब क्या है? Well, the most obvious interpretation is that it is being thankful to the universe for the gifts that it has bestowed upon us. Number one on the list is, of course, the gift of prana, or the life force that chooses to flow through us, thereby illuminating almost 100 trillion cells so that they function in unison and we can see, hear, smell, feel, basically engage with the world around us. A lot of science has gone into understanding this life force. Astounding amount of work has been done, or by people, मैं उनको scientists भी नहीं कहूँगी, they are, for me, they are spiritual scientists, because they are trying to bridge the gap between spirituality and science with a lot of data, lot of logic, lot of research and a lot of heart. तो डॉक्टर गेबर मैटे हैं, डॉक्टर ब्रूस लिप्टन हैं, बहुत बड़े माइक्रोबायोलॉजिस्ट हैं, ऑब्वियसली डॉक्टर दीपक चोपड़ा हैं, सचिन पांडा है, तो इनका काम मैं बहुत क्लोजली फॉलो करती हूँ, रादर हम दोनों ही बहुत क्लोजली फॉलो करते हैं. हर रोज़ कुछ ना कुछ नया हमें सीखने को मिलता है, एक नया नज़रिया मिलता है चीज़ों को समझने का, देखने का. Despite all that, no one has been able to tell us or understand why the life force chooses us. Everyone has a theory, so do I. I believe the eternal consciousness, or the prana, and as I call her, the formless one who can exist without any specific form yet chooses so many various forms to exist. She does that because she is looking for a story. She's looking for our story, and she's looking to experience life through us, and probably also experience death through us. So we are vessels of prana, and it is our job to give her a journey or an experience of a lifetime. If we don't do that, it will be just terrible and also extremely ungrateful. Now, so that is why gratitude for the body is the first step, and obviously after that comes gratitude for the loved ones in our lives, our spouses, our partners, our family, our friends, our work. And gratitude for all that is a non-negotiable. अब सवाल ये आता है कि चलो ठीक है, मान लिया, तो gratitude दिखाए कैसे? Honestly, saying a mere thanks is too passive, at least for me. तो मैंने एक और थियोरी लगाई, मैंने अपना एक तरीका निकाला, और आसानी से नहीं निकला, लेट मी टेल यू. लिटरली बाल सफ़ेद होने पे समझ में आया ग्रैटिट्यूड का मतलब है अप्रिसिएशन, और अप्रिसिएशन कैसे दी जाती है? थ्रू अटेंशन. सो दैट्स व्हाट आई ट्राई एंड डू, और ट्रस्ट मी, ये इतना आसान भी नहीं है. बहुत डिस्ट्रैक्शंस हैं हमारे आसपास, कभी ना कभी कुछ ना कुछ जो कि हमारे रियल लाइफ से पर्टेनिंग नहीं है, जिन चीज़ों पे हमें ध्यान देना चाहिए उससे अलग है, फिर भी वो हमें डिस्ट्रैक्ट करती हैं. पर मैं कोशिश ये करती हूँ दैट आई गिव माई प्रेजेंस टू माई प्रेजेंट. एंड अगेन, वो भी ऐसा नहीं मैं कह सकती कि पूरे दिन ऐसा चलता है, पूरे दिन में शायद 1 घंटा भी नहीं होगा जब, पर मैं कोशिश कर रही हूँ, और धीरे धीरे आई एम लर्निंग. And I'll tell you something, when I manage to be successful, something wonderful happens. Either the moment changes me, or I have the courage to change the moment. And my story becomes a little more vibrant, a little more exciting, and definitely unpredictable. And I think these are the elements of a good story. So that's my take on attitude of gratitude. And now Prateek will share his, which I think is going to be very unique and very interesting.
Thank you, Sudipta. I don't know what to add to this. I honestly did not know what she was going to speak about. She read my script, I did not. And I don't know what to add. Anyway, so here's my story. I'll begin by explaining my attitude to the word attitude itself. So, attitude of gratitude. So what is attitude? It's The usual dictionary meaning is a settled way of thinking or feeling about something. A settled way. I have never been settled. And even now, when I'm believe that I'm settled, I don't. It's a very unsettling thought for me. Not for my family. I'm very happily settled, but with so many things to do and achieve, it's a very unsettling thought. Anyway, so that definition of attitude does not describe my attitude. However, there's another definition. Attitude also describes the orientation of a spacecraft or an aircraft relative to the direction of its travel. I completely align myself with that definition of attitude. Now, here I confront my direction of travel. Travel where? To what destination? If someone asks me, Prateek, what do you do? I design clothes. I'm a trained fashion designer from NIFT. I paint, probably spend more time painting, and spend more time taking photographs. And I listen to music, and I do this and I do that. But to what destination? I have no clear destination in my mind, nor do I desire it. Then am I directionless? No, my dear. Just the opposite. The experience is my direction. I equate myself or kind of compare myself to the Starship Enterprise that is hurtling in space on a voyage. It's not a journey to a destination. I'm on a voyage, experiencing things. I don't think life is a prescription. It's a set of experiences. I'll give you an example. I was once taking pictures for a group of super bikers. I did not have a super bike then. And I started speaking to a guy, and he spoke about how his bike does 300. And I asked him, have you done 300? He says, 300 times. Anyway, I was very fascinated by the number 300. So when in 2018 life gave me an opportunity to buy a super bike, I bought one that did 300 or that does 300. And I've done 300 many times. Not 300 times. It's not even possible. He was lying. And I must admit, it's not a very pleasurable event. It's very violent, it's very dangerous, and if you have a super bike that does 300, I would urge you not to attempt it. Now I, restrict myself up to 250, and I normally travel ride between 150 to 250 kilometers per hour. And what's the point of having a bike that does those kind of speeds and pottering away at 80, 90 on a highway? That doesn't work for me either. Anyway, so the experience when the Large Hadron Collider, confirmed the existence of the Higgs boson. Okay, it was theorized way earlier. It was a great moment of excitement for me, and it translated into my work, as in my paintings. That was called the God particle. And now we have humanity has experienced the goddess particle. And these are cosmic rays that have bombarded the Earth's atmosphere from a known region of space that has nothing in it. And they are very high energy particles, and they have been named after the Japanese sun goddess Atamisaru Omikami. So they are the goddess particles. And just the idea of a mysterious particle coming out from a space which is known as a void, where there are no known galaxies, no known high energy object, a quasar or a pulsar, it is so exciting. It may have no meaning for you, but it has a lot of meaning for me, and it will translate into some kind of expression in my paintings, and I've already have begun drafting, sketching about those things. So, where does gratitude now come in this whole picture of attitude? It is the freedom to be able to participate in life in this way. I'm grateful to my family, my wife Sudipta. She has not interfered in any of my pursuits. In fact, she has suffered through most of it, and
I've participated also.
I mean, yes, she's participated as well. When I was, and she suffered and participated anyway, both of the things. There have been a few protests, and for those protests also, I'm very grateful to her. Another example, I put together a music system which has changed our lives actually. But for a long time, I did not realize that I was behaving like a jackass. And I would not tolerate even a tinkle of a spoon in the kitchen while I'm listening to music. And I would get irritated if somebody would walk into the room. And I was shown my place very soon after. And I'm grateful for that, because that was the mirror that I needed to have a look at. So the thing is, I believe most of us are very ungrateful for two things in our lives. Fortunately, the two of us don't fall in that category. And this is freedom and health. Both go hand in hand. If you are unhealthy, you not only relinquish your freedom, but you rob others around you of theirs. And we see it rampant around us.
It's so sad.
It is so sad. Aunties looking after uncles, and uncles looking after aunties, and not being able to move around, and all those things are happening. And even in our family, when I was looking after my father and mother, and then we were looking after Baba, we were just wondering that if we had known better, all this could have been avoided, and their exits could have been more graceful. So, Montaigne had said that philosophy is the art of dying. I would not take that too seriously, but philosophy is also art of living, and living well, and living with freedom. And unless you are healthy, and you can only be healthy if you are grateful to what you have been given. So this is the attitude of gratitude, and I respect my freedom, and I respect my health, and I'm going to grow old just like this, directionless, full of and accumulating experiences, slim, healthy, curious, and doing better than before. So I'll wrap my story by quoting Mikhail Naimi. Mikhail Naimi, if you do not know, he's written a beautiful book called The Book of Mirdad. He was a contemporary of Khalil Gibran, both lived in New York, and they were part of the same society. And some hold the Book of Mirdad greater than Khalil Gibran's Prophet. So Mikhail Naimi says, take care that you hold not your priceless life, so cheap as gold. And he who did not taste freedom on earth will not know it in heaven.
Beautiful.
So you are here. Respect the freedom and health that you possess. And if you don't possess neither, try achieving it. Thank you.
सो आई थिंक एटीट्यूड ऑफ ग्रैटिट्यूड के बारे में हम दोनों ने काफ़ी आपसे शेयर किया है, पर मैं एक चीज़ आपसे ज़रूर ये कहूँगी कि वट एवर वी हैव जस्ट स्पोकन अबाउट एंड शेयर्ड विथ यू आर नॉट सर्मन्स, देर आर थियोरीज, और हमारी आशा यही है कि आप इनको सुन के इंस्पायर्ड हों, अपने तरीके ऑफ अपने तरीके ढूंढने के लिए ऑफ एटीट्यूड ऑफ ग्रैटिट्यूड. एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू, अगर आप ये स्टार्ट करेंगे, ये जर्नी इटसेल्फ इज़ सो फुलफिलिंग, आपको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. तो बिफोर वी रैप इट अप एंड बिफोर वी एंड दिस एपिसोड, वी ऑल्सो वांट टू टेल यू एक सरप्राइज़ है आपके लिए. वो है एक छोटा सा परफॉर्मेंस हमारे बाय अ वेरी वेरी वंडरफुल पर्सन एंड अ ग्रेट आर्टिस्ट. उनका नाम है मिंटल गाजी. वो दिल्ली के बहुत मशहूर गिटार प्लेयर्स में हैं और वी आर वेरी फॉर्चुनेट कि वो हमारे गिटार सर हैं. एंड लेट मी टेल यू, मैं और प्रतीक शायद उनके सबसे बेकार स्टूडेंट्स में हैं. हाँ, पर हम बहुत डेडिकेटेड हैं और हम कोशिश करते हैं क्लास कभी ना मिस करें. और वो रीज़न ये है कि मिंटल सर बहुत ही अच्छे टीचर हैं. दुनिया में बहुत, मैंने ये देखा है कि बहुत आर्टिस्ट बहुत अच्छे हो सकते हैं, मगर वो टीचर शायद इतने अच्छे नहीं हो पाते, क्योंकि जो अच्छा बजाता है उसकी पेशेंस जो अच्छा नहीं बजाते उनके लिए काफ़ी कम होता है. बट मिंटल सर बहुत अलग है. वो हर बार आते हैं और लास्ट के 10 मिनट हमारे लिए बजा के जाते हैं ताकि उनकी आवाज़ हमारे दिमाग में गूंजती रहे और हम शायद थोड़ी बेटर प्रैक्टिस कर सकें. सो दिस वीक मिंटल सर वॉज वेरी जनरस. उन्होंने हमारे गुड लाइफ प्लान के लिए हमारा फेवरेट गाना बजाया, आनंद का कहीं दूर जब दिन ढल जाए. सो 2023 हम इसी गाने के साथ एंड करते हैं. मुझे आशा है आपको अच्छी लगेगी. अगर अच्छी लगे, प्लीज़ डू लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब. वी विश you all a very happy new year. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling and shining. Thank you very much.
Thank you.